What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 video here today on the channel. Today, we're taking a look at some speculation and theorizing a little bit about what we could see coming into Black Ops 3. And I don't mean in the form of map packs or DLC in that sense, but rather the micro DLC within supply drops, that being melee weapons as well as ranged weapons. Now, for those that don't know, there are still probably about 2 more DLC drops left in the lifespan of Black Ops 3, and then potentially they could pull an Advanced Warfare and continue to drop content even after Black Ops 3's main year is up. If that's the case, well then we don't know exactly how much we'll see left, but in terms of before Infinite Warfare's launch, I can almost guarantee you we're going to see 2 more DLC drops within supply drops, probably yielding 4 to 5 weapons, some of which being melee weapons and some of which being ranged weapons. Now, with that said, what exactly could we see here within it? So that's what we're going to be talking about within this one. Now, a long while back, we covered this previously about a leaked list of weapons that are assets in the game code. This was something that actually was published a long time back. Honestly, I think it was before the second DLC drop here within it. We did get the first weapon drops in December, so this was published in the very early phases of February. So regardless though, it still precedes 2, maybe 3 major weapon drops in the supply drop system here with it. And since then, we've seen a lot of these assets come into play within Black Ops 3. A lot of them you may recognize. So we'll run down this list here and talk about each individual one. The first one that was listed was the Morning Star, which if you look up the Morning Star, it very much so resembles the Malice, which might be one that we can cross off our list. Next, we have a Spear, which arguably could resemble a few things, but doesn't exactly match a weapon. So this one possibly still could be coming, and we have had reports of stuff that would be leaked in terms of, say, a combat axe skin for a weapon. So that'd be something to see that would be interesting. A DLC throwing knife, if you want to put it that way. A Sledgehammer is one that's on the list that has not been seen yet. The Warhammer could be matched up with the Malice or the Axe. It really all depends on what you're viewing here. There's a bunch of different models for different weapons that are titled a Warhammer, so that comes down to really just what you think of it as is. The Axe has been done. That's the Slash and Burn. The Bat has been done. That's the MVP. The Bowie Knife, it's in the Zombies assets, but it's not in multiplayer just yet. We've seen some footage where somebody has forcefully taken the assets from Zombies and put it into multiplayer a couple months back, but whether or not it actually gets added into the multiplayer assets, that's something that we don't know just yet. It is on this list though, so it's possible it could come in the future. Next, we have a Stun Gun, which isn't really anything we've seen so far to date, and really I think it would play out almost like the Zeus from CSGO, but that's something that is supposedly coming as a weapon DLC. The Ice Pick hasn't been added, but it depends on if they think the Axe is close enough, I think, here with that one. Next, we have the Shovel, which is something we haven't seen. The Ballistic Knife is something that is supposedly coming as well, according to this list. Now, the image has been glitched in-game with the Spectate mode and the Codcaster mode, but the asset has yet to be seen, so there's no model in the game that actually has the Ballistic Knife. So it might be coming, it may not. That one's really up to chance. So that covers some ground for some melee weapons, but what about the ranged weapons? Because we know that each individual recent supply drop of weapons has included at least 1 ranged weapon within it. Recently, we've gotten the Banshee as well as the Rift E9, and those were 2 weapons that were kind of out there, but still cool nonetheless. So really the only assets that I can think of that we've seen so far in-game and really that are there but haven't been shifted towards multiplayer yet are the Hammer as well as the PPSH. Now, the Hammer, a couple of days ago we mentioned that this was actually something that in the map Rift, there was a gun showcase here and off in one of the corners, the back corners of the map, in which it showcased a bunch of different weapons, such as the MP7, the Hammer, and other weapons like that. And really, it is a giant hint towards maybe it coming because it's in the game as an asset. It is something that is built into the game. It just needs a clip to go along with it, which is something that a lot of people lead then to believe that this might be something coming up, especially since the Hammer was an LMG, and well, that's the only category of a DLC weapon that we're missing so far. We've had a sniper in the Interdiction, we've had a pistol in the Rift E9, we've had a shotgun in the Banshee, we've had an assault rifle in the FFAR, and we've had an SMG in the HG40. So really, we've covered all the bases pretty much here in terms of that, except for the LMG category. So that then could be the next LMG here, potentially even the next weapon that drops in the next supply drops, not the second one, the final one. That potentially could be maybe the PPSH because, well, Zombies fans love the PPSH. That's one that's just for time being exclusive to the game, but what What about the multiplayer lovers that love the PPSH from back in World at War when it was in multiplayer and not in zombies like in Black Ops 1? But would it be something that could then come to the game in terms of multiplayer? That's something that I guess is really all speculation, but it is something that is an asset in the game and really is just a matter of being ported over. It's not something that they have to recreate and completely put in from scratch. It's something they literally just need to change a few strings of code, and then so it then becomes compatible with the multiplayer aspect of the game. But I guess we'll see here in time. This is really just all some speculation and theorizing in terms of what weapons we can see here. And I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up today, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'd love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. What weapons would you like to see come as a weapon in Supply Drop DLC? If any at all. I'd love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. But thank you dudes so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, be sure to like rating down below. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We're on that road to 50,000 subscribers, so every little bit does help and is of course greatly appreciated. But one final thing, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that is the best place to stay connected here with that. So link is always down there in the description below. But mine has been COD Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.